If you want to smell like you've been swimming in the ocean all day, then this is the fragrance for you. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content. So of course you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button down below and also make sure to follow me over on my Instagram page. So today we are reviewing one of the best summer fragrances from Superz Budapest, which is Endless Sea. So if you aren't familiar with the house of Superz, they are a Budapest based house which has been getting so much hype lately, and that's for very good reason. I've reviewed a few such as Homme's Smash and Caesar's Ultra on my channel, and now we're reviewing Endless Sea, which is going to be perfect for the upcoming weather. I also do want to shout out Superz for sending this over for review. Of course, that's not going to change my opinions on the fragrances. Some I will like from them, some I won't like, and of course I hooked you guys up with a discount code. Go to the website and use code HUNTER10. That's going to save you 10% off at checkout, and guys, the shipping on their website is extremely fast. Now let's go over some information. So Endless Sea was launched in 2022, which I believe was one of like the initial launches from Superz. As far as the retail price, only size these come in, which is 50 ml like I have in hand, is going to run you $114, but you can use my code HUNTER10. That's going to bring it down to around that $100 mark. And I think that is such incredible value, especially coming from a niche house, and we'll talk a little bit more why that is later on in the video. The concentration, just like all of Superz, is actually a straight to parfum, which means you are getting the highest perfume oil, so you are going to be expecting a potent fragrance with these. The perfumer is Gökhan Simsek, who's actually created a few fragrances for Superz, but outside of that, I'm not really sure about his resume. With all the information out of the way, let's look at the packaging and presentation you're going to get with Endless Sea now. All right, take a look at the box, which most of the Superz are going to come in this black cardboard box with the gold Superz Budapest extrait de parfum. It says success, love, and adventure with this nice kind of picture. On top, you do have Superz Budapest. On the bottom, you have your information, and then it opens up like so, and your fragrance is housed in this foam cutout. All in all, a fantastic box presentation. Let's look at the bottle now. All right, take a look at the bottle, which I love the aesthetic of this Endless Sea bottle, at least. Of course, you have this nice plaque on the front, which a picture of looks like a painted sea. Of course, a straight to parfum 50 ml. On the bottom, you do have Superz Budapest embossed in the glass. Nothing on the back, but you do have that gradient, especially with Endless Sea, of white to blue, which is a nice touch. On the top, you have Superz in this gunmetal cap, which is heavy. I believe it is real metal. And it is actually magnetic, so you can't pick it up by the cap with confidence. All in all, very high quality presentation. For the notes, you have C notes, lemon, bergamot, amber, moss, musk, sandalwood, cypriot oil, rose, and patchouli. And this will be classified as a citrus musk. So let's spray this and test out these atomizers. Literally one of the best atomizers I've ever tried. It is pressurized and does spray a ton of mist. So let's go ahead and remind myself of Endless Sea. So immediately you are going to be blasted with this very natural smelling citrusy lemon and bergamot combination. It's like overly fresh and citrusy right away. Just so bright, so juicy, and so uplifting when you spray this. But the mid quickly comes through, because in that mid is when you're going to get this very marine, salty accord going on that literally smells like the ocean. And like I said in the intro, this is a fragrance that smells like you've been out surfing all day in the ocean. You came home and didn't even shower, and you kind of had that salt water still in your hair. That's the exact vibe and picture I get when I smell Endless Sea. So salty, so fresh, and so citrusy. It is also aquatic, but it doesn't go into like aquatic way that I don't like, where it almost smells like wet dog. That is not the case in here at all. It's more like salty than just like marine and aquatic, if you know what I mean. So basically, if you love the way the sea and the ocean smells, then you're gonna love this fragrance, because it just captures that Endless Sea name perfectly. Like, just imagine sitting on the beach, right? And you're looking out at the sea and it's endless, and you got the waves, you have the salt breeze kind of blowing in your face, and you get that aroma from it. That's the vibe Endless Sea gives. And when I spray this and close my eyes and smell it, I just transport to the beach immediately. And it's actually pretty impressive, because that's a hard thing to capture in many fragrances. At least for me, not many aquatic fragrances literally capture the sea like this does. Finally making our way into the base, the sea notes aren't going anywhere. It's still salty all the way until this fragrance completely disappears. However, what starts to come through is this nice warm amber, along with the earthy oak moss and the signature animalic musk note going on in here that I think makes this fragrance stand out the most, because you get this salty sea along with an animalic musk. And I have heard this fragrance get compared to Mega Mare, which I've never smelled. I always wanted to try that one, but it's also apparently a very salty, musky, animalic fragrance. It's also very bright and citrusy with bergamot and lemon, just like this fragrance has. So it might be similar, but I can't really speak much on that. However, if you like Mega Mare, you will probably like this as well, since apparently it's in the same family. I'm not really getting much of that sandalwood, rose, or even the patchouli, which I'm a big patchouli fan, but I guess patchouli isn't necessarily supposed to be in every fragrance. But if you do like patchouli and you want to check out Superz, go for Caesar's Ultra, one of the best patchoulis I've ever smelled. If you love aquatic, salty, marine fragrances, this is right up your alley, and just so photorealistic of the ocean. So for the best seasons to wear endlessly, of course, I'm going to be primarily wearing this one in the warm weather such as spring and summer. I'm not going to be reaching for this like in the cold fall and winter at all. Primarily a warm weather fragrance. Basically like a fragrance you just take with you on vacation if you're going somewhere tropical or by the ocean. For occasion, this is a very casual fragrance, wearing swim trunks, wearing a nice Hawaiian shirt. There's nothing formal really about this. Just the kind of fragrance, if you're just around water, maybe going up to like an ocean bar, something like that, is the perfect occasion to wear endlessly. But it doesn't mean you can't dress this up if you're going out to like a nice dinner by the ocean or something like that. You still could, but primarily a casual going fragrance. For gender, I believe this is targeted as unisex, and unisex is exactly what it is because it doesn't lean feminine and it doesn't lean masculine. It's right down the middle. Both can perfectly enjoy this fragrance. For gender, I think this is a very versatile. Both a younger person and a more mature person can easily rock this fragrance. There's nothing really playful about it, and there's also nothing really mature about it either. So right down the middle, versatile. Now wrapping the review off, talking on the performance of Endless Sea. So from my experience, most of the fragrances from Superz Budapest are actually beast mode, like very strong fragrances. Endless Sea isn't necessarily no different. This is a very potent beast of a summer fragrance right here. And most of the time when you get like sea aquatic fragrances, they don't usually perform the best. This one though is completely different. I did get about average performance up to that 8-hour mark of longevity, which is fantastic and way more than I was expecting. And it's also rare to have an aquatic fragrance that's also an extrait de parfum. So if you're looking for an aquatic that performs, this is it, because it also has very loud projection, guys. Like when you spray this on the first couple hours, everybody around you is going to smell you, at least within like maybe 3 feet or so. Very heavy throw. And I remember the last time I wore this one, I was sweating like very hot. And this fragrance was just pushing off of the skin so heavy. It was almost too much even for myself, believe it or not. Especially it being like this very salty, animalic, musky, earthy fragrance. Yeah, almost choked myself out with this one. So pretty much just a beast mode, summertime banger from Superz Budapest. Definitely check this out. They have so many good offerings from this house that it's actually crazy. And I do own quite a few from them, and I'm probably going to do a ranking of all the ones I own. If you're interested in that, leave a comment down below. Besides that, guys, that's going to do it for my review of Endless Sea. Let me know down below as well if you've tried anything from this house, if you tried Endless Sea, and what is your favorite from Superz. But besides that, leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. And of course, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.